I didn't let my coworker stay at my place even though I have the space. So I'm 23 and I live alone in a small 2-bedroom house. One room is mine and the other one is basically my everything room. It's got my desk for when I work from home, all my clothes that don't fit in my actual closet, boxes of stuff I haven't unpacked since I moved in, my yoga mat that I've used like twice, and sometimes when I'm stressed, I just go in there and lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling. It's not a guest room. It's never been a guest room. I don't even have a bed in there. I had the worst roommate situations before this, like genuinely terrible. My first roommate in college would eat my food and then lie about it even when the evidence was literally in the trash. Then I lived with these 2 girls who would have people over until 4 in the morning on weeknights and got mad at me for asking them to keep it down because I had work at 7. I saved up for 2 years working overtime and doing side gigs just so I could afford to live alone. This place is my safe space. I get to come home and not worry about anyone else's mess or drama or noise. It's mine. Anyway, last month my coworker Jenna got into this huge fight with her roommates. She was venting about it at work in the break room and I was there eating my sandwich. She was going on about how they ganged up on her over dirty dishes and gave her 2 weeks to move out. I felt bad, so I was like, wow, that really sucks. And after work, I even texted her a few apartment listings I saw on Facebook Marketplace, just trying to be helpful without getting too involved, you know? Then that night around 9, she texts me, hey, I was thinking maybe I could just crash with you for a few weeks since you live alone and have the space. My stomach dropped. I just stared at my phone. We're not even friends like that. We work together and we're cool. We eat lunch together sometimes and complain about our manager Todd, who micromanages everything. But we've never hung out outside of work, never gotten drinks, never been to each other's places. She doesn't even know my middle name. Why would she think she could live in my house? I waited like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to respond without being rude. Finally, I sent back, I totally get that you're going through it, but I really value my space, and I'm just not in a place where I can have someone stay with me. I thought that was pretty nice and clear. She responded immediately. Oh, I just thought since you have that extra room and you're always talking about how quiet it is there. First of all, I've mentioned my house being quiet like maybe twice. Second of all, my extra room is not a guest room. It's my stuff room. But I didn't want to explain all that, so I just said, yeah, I know, but I'm really not comfortable with it, sorry. The next day at work, she completely ignored me, walked right past me in the hallway, didn't sit with me at lunch. I figured she was just embarrassed or mad and would get over it. But then 2 days later, I'm in the break room again, and Jenna's there with our other coworker, Rachel. They're talking kind of loud, and I hear Jenna go, some people just don't care about helping others when they're in a tough spot. Rachel looks over at me and then back at Jenna. It was so obvious they were talking about me. I grabbed my coffee and left. I'm not doing this high school drama thing. Then it got worse. Jenna apparently told a bunch of people in the office that I refused to help her even though I have a whole extra bedroom just sitting empty. Suddenly people are giving me weird looks. This guy Brett from accounting, who I barely know, came up to me and was like, so I heard you have a 2-bedroom place? Like what? Why is this anyone's business? My manager Todd even pulled me aside and asked if everything was okay between me and Jenna because the energy seemed off. I told him it was personal and not work related. He did that thing where he nodded slowly like he was disappointed in me. The thing that really got me was when Rachel came up to me in the parking lot after work one day. She was like, you know Jenna's staying in her car right now, right? She couldn't find a place in time and her roommates already changed the locks. I felt bad hearing that. I really did. Nobody should have to sleep in their car. But also, that's not my responsibility. I worked so hard to get my own place specifically so I wouldn't have to deal with roommate stuff anymore. I don't know Jenna well enough to let her live with me. What if she's messy? What if she never leaves? What if she turns out to be crazy and I can't get her out? Rachel could see I wasn't changing my mind and she just shook her head and walked away.